Hi, I'm Milton Ali. I'm a real estate agent here in Louisville, Kentucky. It's almost 2021. What are the things that you should know going into 2021 about real estate? We're going to talk about that right now. One of the things that I wanted to mention is that, I'll be remiss if I didn't mention that there is a incredible spike in COVID-19 cases across the United States. I believe Texas, which is where a lot of my family is from, have surpassed the 1 million mark. There is so many cases. Even here in Kentucky and Louisville, here in Jefferson County, there is so many things going on. I'd be remiss if we didn't at least mention that and talk about that. At the same time, I wanted to also communicate that there is a tremendous amount of opportunity in the housing market, even as we speak, even with everything that's going on. If you are a seller, it is a excellent time to sell because you're going to see a little bit more a bump in your value. Your value increases. Even if you purchased 3 to 4 years ago, you will still see some increases. It is a great time to buy. Why? Interest rates are historically low. And I know you have heard that for the last 10 years. Interest rates are historically low. I can't begin to mention how true that is today. Like, it's beyond lower than low. I have seen rates as low literally as I've seen one, and don't quote me on this, but recently, a few weeks back, I saw one for like 2.1. Somebody did a buy down to 1.9. It's absolutely ridiculous. Rates are historically low right now. And so what I wanted to talk about was right now we are in the middle of we're in the middle of a pandemic. We are headed into the holiday season. It is Thanksgiving is coming up in a couple of weeks. So is my birthday. I'm super excited. And each year, the combination of holidays, cold weather, they typically make it a slow season in the real estate industry. However, 2020 is no average or regular year by any stretch of the imagination. The winter market is going to look a lot different this year. So the National Association of Realtors, of which I am a part, their economists, they're predicting that this winter can be one of the best home sales years ever. And so let me give you a couple reasons why. So right now, people are looking for low density homes, to put it plainly. They're looking for low density homes. It is absolutely amazing. They're looking for bigger homes. People are now working from home, and they're realizing that their home office isn't big enough. They don't like the cafeteria, which is their kitchen, and they, quite frankly, just need more space. So as temperatures are set to go down, people are realizing that it's not as comfortable to spend time outdoors, and they're going to just need larger homes. So what is the second thing that people are considering and they're looking at that's also affecting? Is that there is going to be still a historical shortage. Now, that's going to tick up a little bit. And the cool thing about that is that people traditionally, there's partial people that really don't want to move during the winter time. They're kind of hibernating. They're looking to just celebrate. They're happy. They're trying to figure it out. And then there are others that are looking to, that are out of their leases, that are leaving their apartments, and they can't get out of their apartments fast enough. And they're going to be looking. So those two dynamics are creating a situation where you still have lower inventory. Even though it's going to rise just ever so slightly for seasonality's sake, it's still historically low inventory. And those things are going to be great for sellers on the sell side. So they're going to have a little bit more control of the driver's seat, if you will. And so that's something to pay attention to and look out for. The other thing is, again, like I mentioned, low interest rates. Absolutely phenomenal. I cannot stress enough about how low interest rates mean, what that literally means for all of us. And the ability for us to purchase homes to have such access to low cost capital is absolutely amazing. And so here's some things that I think that 2021 are going to present. The holiday season is going to present some buying opportunities, as well as the year of 2021, at least through the first quarter of 2021. And so lockdowns are literally going to force people to upsize. Right now, most people are living in about 30% of us are living in our starter homes. And if you really think that now is time to upsize for you, if you are living in a small home and when you purchased that home, it was just you and your partner. Now you've acquired dogs and children, and it's now becoming a tighter space. And you're working from home, and with those dogs and with those pets and cats and children, it's now becoming a very crowded space, so people are upsizing. The other piece is, I can't begin to stress this enough, is that when you really are looking for another place, the market that you sell in is the market that you buy in, and vice versa. The market you buy in is the market that you're selling in. So for my sellers, I'm going to talk specifically to them, and I'm going to talk to my buyers, because I think most people think that these relationships don't work together. They actually do. Buyers are right now, they are thinking one way, and sellers are thinking another way. Let's talk to the sellers just for 1 second, because a lot of my sellers become buyers. So sellers are happy when they're looking around, they're saying, oh my goodness, I have an incredible price on my house. I love the fact that I get to sell my house. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And I can possibly get top dollar for my home. I agree. It's a great time for sellers. However, that euphoria quickly turns to horror when they begin to look at what's out on the market today, and they're thinking, oh my gosh, everything is overpriced. A lot of homes are overpriced. And to that, my response is, the market that you sell in is the market that you buy in. Interest rates are going to be low for a while. And even though property values are rising, that you are a part of that. When you purchase, you're getting more buying power through the lower interest rate. So that means you can actually afford to go higher than in price, which makes homes a little bit more affordable for most Americans. And especially if you're going from your first home to your second home, because you're able to take that equity and move it forward into a larger property. If you are a home buyer, and let's say you are a first-time home buyer, well, it still works in your favor right now, because FHA only requires 3.5% down. So if you're buying, let's say, a home that's roughly $100,000, then you're looking at $3,500 down for a home. And here in the Louisville area, the average home price, that is the bread and butter price point for Louisville, Kentucky, is $185,000. That is the average bread and butter price point, all the way up to about $265,000. That is first-time home buyer territory, all the way from, say, that is the mean home price in Louisville, Kentucky. That being said, 2021 is going to be a very interesting year. My questions for you guys, leave them in the comments. What do you think is going to happen in 2021? What are the 3 things that you are looking at? What are some questions that you have about the Louisville, Kentucky housing market that I can answer for you? Give me a shout down in the comments. Also, Please remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell. I do drop videos frequently about the market, and as things come to mind, I do drop them frequently. The goal is to begin a schedule, but right now I'm just putting out a lot of content for you guys. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.